If you like the video, please consider supporting James Corp on Patreon. Right. Welcome back to part 7, week 4. No, week 7, part 4.
All the way round. All the way round. There we go.
Who's drinking now?
I wish I was fucking drinking. Then I'll have an excuse, but I don't have an excuse. Right. So we left off. They were just preparing to take the body of the Burgomaster to the church to bury him in a very deep hole.
Yes, an 8-foot hole.
And as we're travelling, Aris will walk alongside Nabun and just ask if he saw anything of incident after Aris was asleep.
So, probably not had breakfast, so... Nehru... Where the fuck?
Yeah, Nehru is so, little, if he misses a meal, he, runs a risk of dying.
Doesn't go have apples still for his poorly ceased donkey.
God, those are going to be so rotten.
No, they wouldn't. Good.
I'll probably have, a quick bite of something.
Yeah,
Nehru looks to you, Nehru says, well, I didn't get to look in the house that you marked, unfortunately. But I did note that when I was returning, as the sun rose, it stopped.
As we walk past, I think your eyes are sharper than mine. See if you can peek through the window. Let's have a look.
I did notice one other thing that was definitely more prevalent.
Mm-hmm.
I witnessed a green trail, a light green trail.
The spirits that I saw.
So that is what they were.
Yes,
They were too far for me to make them out individually. But they were enough to have a trail leading into the gates of Castle Ravenloft.
The enemies of the devil, I believe. They're markers if you were to track them. They are unmarked. Gravestones are empty of name and recognition. What devil would want their enemies to have respect in death?
It would explain why they went up Castle Ravenloft and then poured out from one of the towers. Like a lava fall.
Those that have fallen.
Like a waterfall.
See, I say lava fall because I don't think Nehru has ever seen a waterfall.
Of course you would have.
In the dark, yeah.
Underwater fall, yeah.
Probably down from the upper world in the dark, yeah.
Fair enough.
Not even just that. You got springs and shit, right? And underwater rivers.
Yeah.
So you've probably seen it.
Yes, if you can then, Naroon, as we pass the house, just with your sharp eyes, see if you can peek through the window, see if that woman is...
That is the plan.
Yes, if she is still among the living, or among the active, at least. And I will ask to the others the story of these ghosts.
Yeah, I then nod in acknowledgement, and when we get to that house, I'm gonna peek through the window and see what
I will, when he goes to peek through, I'll call out, not appropriate behavior, gentlemen.
At this point, I'll go around and I'll relay to everyone the ghosts, what I saw and heard last night, and what's happening.
After the funeral.
We're just looking to see.
Ew, that's a 6.
What are you doing?
I was looking through the window.
You don't see anything.
The dirt is inside the window, on the inside, not on the outside. Even my vision can't pierce through that.
As Garrett said, then we should check after the funeral.
Yes.
What?
Before the dawn escape.
Irina's like, what are you doing?
You know who lives in this house?
They're dead. Stay away from it.
There was some disturbing sounds from there last night. Someone trying to leave. Someone who, when I looked through the window, I saw a woman. Was this the proprietor of the house? The owner of the house?
I don't know, but I'd stay away from those empty houses.
There were many empty houses then.
A few.
And this one, it has been empty for a long time?
About 2 years.
I see.
Why am I not surprised at the state of the housing situation here in Barovia?
And why was there someone in there last night, unable to leave?
She says, does it matter? We have a funeral to attend to.
Yes, you're right. My apologies. I used to just check in. But yes, this is our focus now.
The sooner we get this guy in the ground, the sooner we can leave this crazy ass town.
And neighboring starting to like it.
I have a question, Jim. Sorry, just James. As we were heading to this house, to the church, etc., was that old woman back in the town square?
Yeah, you see her rolling up. Oh, no, not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Yeah, I'll walk alongside Eve and just keep heading on.
Stay in the back.
So you all gather around the pit that you've dug, and you all slowly lower coffin into the hole. And Father Donovich starts reciting the final rites.
Is it a big turnout, or is it just us?
It's just you, Ivina, and Ishmark. Yeah. So Father Donovich is like, "Oh Lord of what was it? Morning Lord, isn't it? Morning Lord, we are so grateful that you've made us all in your own image, giving us gifts and talents with which to serve you. Thank you for the Burgomaster's life and all the years we shared with him. We lift him to you today in honour of the good we saw in him and the love we felt for him." Is that it? Is that literally it for a funeral?
Yes.
I imagine funerals here would be quick and quiet affairs, to be honest.
Yo, off you pop.
I'll say some words.
Go on.
Okay.
Garrett.
Go on then.
Go on then.
So,
Chuck it.
go Garrett, go.
All right. So yeah, when he's done, Garrett will step up as Isaac, if you'll allow me, Father. And I'll also nod towards Ishmark and his sister. And I think maybe some words from Ao can maybe help. Wandering by lone sea breakers and sitting by desolate streams, world losers and world forsakers, on whom the pale moon gleams. Yet we are the movers and shakers of the world forever, it seems. For we are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.
As you're saying this, a heavy fog starts rolling in.
I didn't cast a spell, I was quoting from Fantasy.
I've got my hand on my rapier, immediately getting ready to draw it from its sheath.
I literally wrote here, the funeral goes well, and now I put, note prior was made too soon.
So, Ark, Arius, Freckles, and Naroon, you notice a figure standing behind the cemetery fence. His features shrouded in mist. He appears to be a tall man clad in black and is bowing his head as if in prayer.
I'll look at everybody because I can't obviously see the other something I said.
I just point.
I don't.
I'm just silently staring and seeing, just waiting to see if hostile. I'll also just nudge Eve slightly, and also point so Eve is aware of the general direction. Eyes sharp, Eve. You have company.
The figure starts to move, and I'm assuming I shouldn't say that, I should just keep it completely, nondescript.
The he then, is it? That was the first clue.
I know.
I mean, let's face it, it's Strahd. All for initiative, people.
Just give me a second.
Might not be Strahd, might be an agent of Strahd.
Well, not going to be far to bury him, that's for certain. That's for certain.
My ready to action is protection from good and evil.
My ready to action is a quarterstaff to the nuts.
On yourself?
Yep.
Makes sense.
I have to be here to cast any more spells, so.
So out of the mist, a person walks towards the coffin. He looks like that.
Oh no, he does not look like a polite person.
Looks like an elf.
A dark-skinned elf with dark hair.
Dusk.
Elf.
The plot thickens.
So thick.
You see, oh, my brain's completely fried. What's the bloke's name? Ishmark. Ishmark, goes, "How dare you come here? How dare you?" And he says, the man speaks. Well, the elf speaks, I guess. He says, "I have come here as my to offer my respects to your father. My master cannot be here right now, so I am here in his stead."
So he's one of the bosses.
You represent who?
I represent my lord, Strahd von Zarovich.
Yeah.
What is your purpose? What is your purpose here, stranger, beyond that? Do you seek to bring harm to any of our number?
He looks at you like you're nothing and says, "No, I am here merely to pay my master's respect." And he steps closer to who's going to be on the outline? Who's going to be furthest away from everyone else? Who's going to, how would you all be organised in?
It was probably me.
Well, no, you're sort of standing at the front, so you'd have to pass everyone to get to you.
Okay, I see which you're talking about. I thought it was the other way around. He was behind me. Alright, yeah, cool.
I want to say it's me because it just makes so much sense for Naren to not be involved in this properly. Because this is a weird thing to him, because this is not how funerals work in the Underdark.
Audius would have been stood with Eve, so wherever Eve is where Audius would be. So if he was closer to the coffin, Iris would be as well.
Depends if I was carrying the coffin.
Well, everyone had to carry the coffin. Okay, so he approaches you, Naroon, looks you up and down, and as he gets closer, you can hear faint screams that seem to be coming from him.
Not cool.
That's
He
disconcerting.
exudes screams. That's not a good sign.
That's kind of awesome.
But we don't know
And-
any of that.
And he oh, let me go to the map because no one can see any of this images. And he hands you a note, Naroon. He hands you a letter that's addressed to Irina. Did that work? Did that work? Don't think so. Let's. There you go. He hands you a note, and he let me just check what it does.
Make a save. DC 18 save against
So
poison.
everyone in. So any creature within 10 feet. So in fact, you all hear the screams. You all hear screams of thousands of people. As he as he draws near.
That's not good.
Yeah, it's
And
that
you were
definitely ends up
Dusko.
in the not good.
What, Cameron?
I ask him, are you a dusk elf?
He says I was.
The lambs, can you hear the lambs, Clarice?
He says, my master sends his regards and steps away and vanishes back into the mist where he once came from.
The letter is fine, but Nehru's the hand around Nehru's quarterstaff, if it could be seen through the gloves, is just white. But I have been handed. I see that it is directed towards Irina. And I watch when this figure leaves. I turn around, and the first thing I say is, "Who was that?"
Ishmark says that is Radadine.
How do you spell that, sorry, James?
RAHADIN.
Phonetically.
R-A-H?
RAHADIN.
Romeo, Alpha, Hotel, Alpha, Delta, India, November.
Okay.
Don't make me put you on the naughty steps.
The R-A-H-A-D-I-N.
I'll throw it in chat.
Thank you.
Romeo Alpha Hotel Alpha.
So much easier.
The father turns and looks at Ishmark, and Ishmark looks at the father, and he says, and the father says, "You need to get Ivina to a safe place immediately."
We were planning to head to Beleki. Would you consider that safe, Father?
He says either the Church of St. Anders in Veleki or the Abbey of St. Markov in Keswick. Keswick? Krezk. Fuck knows how you pronounce that.
Krezk.
Kresk.
Just throw it into the chat.
Yeah. And that was Abbey of Saint Markov, was it?
I'd rather go to a fortress town than an abbey.
Yeah.
He says it is sanctified grounds. The devil cannot reach there, or his minions.
Yeah, Garrett, that's what I see. You think of fortress as like walls that hold back the enemy. Well, apparently around here, those cathedrals are like a fortress against the evil in this area.
Yeah, I mean, I'm well versed in fighting the undead.
Let's make that
the Church of Saint Andro is in the middle of the physical fortress in Vallaki.
So we should go visit it?
Unless you guys want to take a trip to the Abbey.
Vallaki is on the way to Kretska, whatever. However that would be pronounced. It is on the way there. Kreska. We would be passing through Vallaki anyway.
Well, yeah, he says the Church of St. Andrew in Vallaki is sanctified. Or sanctified? Yeah, it's sanctified.
Yeah. I'm looking at that hand-drawn map, by the way. So, yes,
Okay, all right.
Kreska is even further west than Vallaki is. Unless you pass through mountains, the road leads through Vallaki.
I prefer sticking to the road in this place.
I want to. The hand-drawn map, we have this Johnny that is to the west of here. I think that should be our first goal.
I wonder if that is actually true. They are the agents of the devil. We know they are his people. We wish to advertise that we are taking one that he pursues.
Why not?
Because they are
Stay
his
close
people.
to your enemy, you know?
So we shall advertise to the devil where we are taking, and that we are indeed taking Edina.
Well, that's it. You're assuming that they're, like, really, like, talking to, like, said dude here. There's no...
Better to assume so than assume not.
They're
and
protected.
having fall upon us.
They talked about being protected, not being subservient.
Can you guarantee they're not going to give us up?
Yes,
No.
then I would prefer not to not to have his wrath fall upon us. That is what I'm thinking.
And so
we
this...
don't know either way.
So Irene says, well, I'd like to visit them. That's where, from what I understand, that is where Madame Eva is.
Well, then that settles it.
Let's,
Madame-
Yeah,
let's-
to go.
Sorry, Madame Eva.
Hmm.
Lady we need to see.
a diviner from this land would be invaluable.
Did she?
As- I am a diviner myself.
Yes. Father, you know the land better than I, and better than our group. Do you have any words of advice on this?
He says Vallaki is closer. He says, and it's a bigger, and it is a large, it is a city, a walled city.
So, I mean, no offense, Father, but you don't really need to be involved in this conversation. Like, hey guys, like, how many people are we going to tell where we're going?
That is what I am inquiring with the father.
Yes.
Does he trust the Vistani? Should we indeed visit them?
Don't tell him. Alright.
He has already told us to take her.
Yes.
He knows that
He wants
the
us
camp
to
is on
take
our
her.
way.
That's the thing. We're deciding whether or not we should even take her in the first place.
No, she's going anyway. But
Yes,
I
I
just don't
do
think
quite.
we should advertise it and talk about it out in the
And we
open so
won't.
much before
Yeah, I
we
agree.
actually go.
I agree with
That is why I'm
Well, he
asking
says,
you
well,
to
he
visit
says we'll come inside the church then.
No, we don't, Father, I'm sorry, but we don't, begging your pardon, we don't need to.
them. You know this land then, Garrett, do you?
We're
You've been here before. You have been born here, you grew here, you know the land well, you know the people and customs well. That is
No,
why I'm
I
asking.
just don't want to.
Then we shall
I
not
just
tell
don't
him.
want to endanger other civilians that we don't have to.
Then we shall not tell him anything. We shall
Yes.
ask advice, and then we shall leave. I
The
wish
more
to.
he knows, the
Yeah,
more danger
Eris.
he is.
Then we ask
You are
advice.
getting grumpy. What happened whenever you died? Did somebody put a bug up your ass?
I died not 2 days ago. Pardon me
Well, no
if that
shit.
stain weighs heavily upon my soul. Would you wish me to deliver you to your afterlife so that you may experience the same thing?
No, we just don't want you to cause civilians to inadvertently, be punished for that as well.
Very well. Father, would you wish to aid us in this, or do you wish to keep your privacy to yourself?
He says that my advice is to take her to Velaki or take her to Kresik. But Kresik is a lot further. It is on the other side of the valley. It's a long, long and potentially dangerous journey.
And do you know well of the Vistani upon our pathway there? Or they beyond your knowledge?
He says not all Vistani. Some are in league with the devil, and not all of them. In fact, he says the majority of them are not.
Thank you, Father. And I hope in
Right.
you evading me that information, you have not put yourself at harm, as Garrett suggests. Thank you.
We just don't want anyone knowing where we're going to travel to, is
Yes.
what Garrett was saying.
And I have not said anything one way or the other. We shall decide that once we have set off. To ensure that no one overhears and no one knows.
I mean, because if we can... Okay, are the... Out of character here. The black lines are roads, correct?
Yes, yeah, they're the main roads, basically.
Okay. So, we're going to be... Oh, no wonder. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have to pass by right by that encampment. We have to pass by right by Ravenloft, by that windmill, and then we're at Velaki, and then past that.
How much vampire lore do I know? I'm just asking James. How much vampire lore do I know?
Well, that's that's the million and one question, isn't it? Because obviously, first and foremost, you're level 1. Well, you're not level 1 anymore, but before you went to Brophy, you was level 1. I don't know. Would you know anything? I guess I would make. I think the easiest thing I could say is give. What would it be? It would be a history roll, maybe a religion roll.
Could be religion or arcana, I think, maybe, because they are technically a magical creature.
Well, I mean...
That'd be
Okay,
up to you, DM. But yeah,
yeah, that's up to you.
it'd
I'll
be,
take-
I imagine, intelligence of some sort.
See, I'd say history because it might well be more folklore.
I have a really good history, though.
Yeah. Let's hope you roll high.
Let me have a look. So you got Arcana at +6,
Always rolls high.
and you got History of +6. So it doesn't really matter.
What's your portent? Portents, Jesse?
Not. Well, I'm not going to use it on this.
No, I'm just curious.
17 and
Oh,
1.
okay. So if you needed to use it, it'd be well, yeah, I was just saying you're not going to use it, but you could have got a 23.
That's
So
fine.
if he went to because he had a long rest, would he have to re-roll Portent?
That's just at the end of every long rest. So I guess maybe so. I don't know. Let me see.
It would depend on how it's written.
When you finish a long rest.
Okay, yeah, you'd have to re-roll.
Yes, you re-roll every day
All right, hold on.
at the beginning of every day.
Here's my portents.
Not too bad.
With an 18, you know some vampiric lore. Yes.
I just the specific piece of information I'm trying to remember is the crossing of the water. How vampires can't cross running water. Because if that's the case, this map is so invaluable. Because we have a river that we could literally skirt all the way around to Kresik, but it would probably be incredibly dangerous. But on the bright side,
I think you're
vampires-
missing. I think you're misinterpreting what it means by crossing a river.
Oh.
I think they just can't be submerged into it.
Yeah, they can't physically cross it with their body. If they go over a bridge, it's not crossing. If they fly over it, it's not crossing.
Okay, never mind. Shit. I was like, oh, we could stay on the other side of the river and be safe from this thing, but no.
It'd be really weird that he was able to, that he'd have no reach anywhere.
Just saying. I was hoping.
Effectively, you
Let's
could
rephrase
just
it.
stick him in a fountain and it
hoping.
would be enough.
But yeah, if we follow the map, then regardless, we can take a shortcut through the Vistani area.
Who?
Possibly shape the Vistani.
Vistani?
The Vistani. Yeah, because apparently it's a lot longer of a road than it is to cut across.
It's actually pronounced Vistani, but that's okay.
Vistani.
I'm just kidding. I'm just throwing a third translation in there.
Oh well, fuck! God damn it, Vistani. Okay.
Rude.
Because he was like Vistani.
Well, that's how it's pronounced, right? Vistani.
We can discuss this on the road. I think, as you say, that's not. That's any over here.
Well, Irina says I need to get some supplies. I need to, I can't go empty-handed.
Well, hurry up.
How soon can you leave?
An hour, maybe 2.
That's
Is
fine.
everyone agreeable?
Yeah, we need to go back and pack our stuff too anyway and get everything ready. So while we're all doing that, we'll.
Yes.
What do they have for transportation? Do they have a wagon or anything like that?
Feet own. You're gonna have to travel by foot, I'm afraid.
Ishmark, we're gonna have to boot leather express it.
Well, Ishmark's got to stay. He's the burgomaster of the village.
I'll go
Yeah.
to the
Not worried about it.
does the church have a wagon? I'll ask
Unfortunately
Ishmark,
not.
Does anybody have a wagon?
Not that he knows of.
So we have no way of making an easier trek. We have to go on foot.
That's correct.
Yes.
Leather
What is
express.
wrong with going by foot?
Ishmark, do you have an
Slow
idea?
and we're vulnerable.
Do you have an idea how long it shall take us by foot? I believe you mentioned a day and a half previously.
Yeah, he says it's over a day's journey. You'll have to camp out somewhere under the sun, under the stars.
Perhaps
Maybe
we
you could find a
just-
place to stay. Maybe even the Vistani camp might be useful.
Now, how many days is it to the Valaki?
To Valaki, it's a day and a half. To the Vistani, I would imagine not even a day.
Yeah, you'd be there before midnight, or before too long.
The idea is to get to the Vistani camp before sundown.
Fuck up.
Yeah,
Yes.
You have your abilities to apply disguises, yes?
It's about 19 miles to the Vistani camp.
Aruna,
well, that's not anyway. Yeah,
would you be willing to allow Freckle to obscure your identity, to disguise you in this journey?
For what reason?
To ensure that any agents of the one that seeks you does not recognize you, at least by sight.
She says you do know that could also work in your advantage as well.
why?
How so?
What advantage?
What advantage? They may not try and kill you.
Why would they? What would you make a difference between that?
Because it is hurting her.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. You are a good shield.
Operation to hide behind Arena.
Well, no, actually, I'm thinking of.
Arena's my new holy symbol. Let's grab her by the back of her dress and just hold her out.
Actually, I was thinking, would I be able to use disguise self, the spell, and to look like her?
It would be only for an hour at a time.
Well, I'm saying in case we encounter somebody, just would I be able to?
We could play a shell game.
Kinda. I was thinking more like Princess Ardala.
Amidala.
Amidala, yeah.
Is
Oh,
this
so you want to hang out in the town still, while we go to Vallaki?
No, I was just thinking if in case there's ever a question of like targets, I could just disguise myself for somebody else, and all of a sudden, they're her.
Would this be agreeable to
Fuck
you?
me. Freckles
Arena?
should do that. Should try and dress up Ark to make her look like as close to.
Can I do that? Can I do that?
Would this be agreeable to you, Arena, to disguise yourself and allow another to take your visage?
You've got 2 hours to do it.
If he like Ark and drag.
You ever seen the movie Willow?
Yes, and I love Mad Mardigan.
Yeah.
And yes,
Dressing Mad Mardigan up in the
I say
pink
we do
dress
this.
with the watermelons.
yeah.
I very much for this plan. I'm for the plan that involves dragging Ark up
Okay.
Do his makeup, Freckle.
and makeup scheme.
I mean,
So-
if Arena agrees, I definitely wholeheartedly support this plan.
She laughs and says, "Yes, why not?"
Yes.
This is ridiculous. And
So you
we're
We disguise Ark as Arena, and Arena is someone else. Let's just make her look like different. Okay, I love this so much. We need to do.
we'll make Arena look like Eve.
That's
So there's 2 Eves. Or then we'll make Eve look like Ark.
Yeah, I'm up now. She's Eve.
It's getting cycling identities.
It's a total shell game.
Right, Freckles. Did you want to give us a disguise? What would be disguise self? What would?
You could rule it as a dexterity with proficiency, or charisma with proficiency. I think. To be how well can this be applied?
Can he not roll just the full disguise kit somehow? I guess you got to pick.
Yeah,
I guess you
got
gotta pick-
what abilities are being used with.
It's not going to be
Is it-
Efficiency.
Would it be dexterity?
Jesse,
Yeah, it could be
Look up
dexterity.
disguise kit.
what?
Look up disguise.
That's
you
see how that
were
works.
causing a lot of noise in the background.
Let me have
Oh,
a see what they
wasn't
say
sure.
on this. Because I know Xanathar's guide came out with it, and it expanded on what you could do with stuff. So I'll see what they said. Tool proficiencies. Disguise kit.
I don't want to go in that. I don't want to do that though. I don't want to go down. I mean, sorry, I'm just thinking. It's going to be items, isn't it? Oh, I've got items. Items. Oh, it's going to be under gear, isn't it? Inventory.
Yeah, so proficiency with this kit allows you to add your proficiency bonus to any ability checks you make to create a visual disguise.
Yeah, so you have to decide what ability would it be like.
I
instead
imagine
of-
you could do it with deception.
Yeah, that's
I
the
mean,
skill
it
for
it is a deception.
That's
Yeah.
the skill you use. So
Yeah, it'd either be deception or just a dexterity, because it's how
No,
well
it's-
could you apply it.
No, it says
I wanna-
how will you pass yourself off into disguise.
Well,
Yeah,
that's-
I'll
that's
go
fantastic.
deception. So give us a So it's a deception with. How would that work?
If they're not,
Deception with proficiency.
yeah, if not proficient, it'd be a
Okay.
+2.
Okay, so you're
It's already
proficient.
proficient.
Wait, if he's already proficient with deception.
It's just it'd be the flat deception roll.
Okay, give us a deception roll,
It's
Freckles.
fine. Add 2.
Believe
Just
I
not-
did. I thought I did.
In fact, I want to give you advantage on that as well,
Oh, nice.
Nice.
just because it's so silly.
See, arc in
Is this
drag.
for Ark or for Arena? This one.
This is for Arc. This is for Arc.
Okay.
Hmm.
How good
Isn't
does
there
Ark
a-
look in drag?
Oh, you
Pretty
rolled
good.
Nice too.
18.
Pretty good
Nice.
at distance. He can pass off as Irina.
Did you use
It-
henna to dye his hair?
I used a wig.
Bit mud.
Do I do the thing for other people too?
Sorry.
Do I roll it for other people, or is other people going into disguise?
Arena to not look like Arena.
Okay.
I think is the plan. So we have one Arena with us.
Do I get advantage on that too?
No, just for the Arc.
If I can talk her into shaving her head bald, will he get advantage on that?
She's not going to shave her head bald. They're pretty good. Yeah, she doesn't look. She doesn't look exact. I mean, you probably like darken her hair a bit. Like you put some charcoal in her hair. I mean, it will
Like
probably. Yeah, you punch her in the face.
No.
contact lenses.
Just do that.
That's just not right.
What about Eve into Ark?
Oh, so roll,
Right, this has already
Eve
been
is now
two.
going
So this is
ginger
this is taking you 2 hours. If you do Eve, it will be a third hour.
Plus, we've got to turn Eve,
daylight, people. are
Yo-
very
muscle bound giant Eve to look like art.
I will be turned into Freckle.
Okay, I'm gonna be Arius.
So apparently we are now completely changing up our identities to other people in the party. So
Let's not go crazy. Okay?
Let's not got too far.
I mean-
identify as Freckles.
I mean, maybe from behind Ark, you know, and at a distance, you might get away with looking like Irina.
okay.
Once they get
That's
close, that disguise is going to disappear pretty sharpish.
Well, that's fine because anybody that comes close enough to us, we can murder anyway. So
Yeah, don't get too close.
Okay.
'Cause, like the drag makeup is for the back row. You know, you get closer and you look like Trixie Mattel.
oh god,
If anybody wants to know what Trixie Mattel looks like, I'll show you a picture.
That's
not-
not
Okay.
IRL.
So, about 2 hours later, 2.5 hours later, you head off. You leave the village of Bravia.
Also, just before we head off, if Granny is in town, I'm just going to buy one of these dream pies.
Okay, well, Ark's got 4 of them.
I want a fresh one that's not been sitting in Ark's pocket.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
it's 1 gold crown.
I'll turn. Right. Done. I'll hand over the gold piece.
Okay.
When we're on the road, then the topic of Veliki or hold on, let me pull up the map so I can get the pronunciation. Kreska. Krezik, or however it's pronounced. Which one do we wish to target?
We don't want to go to K-Town yet.
Okay. So Veliki first. See what the Church of Saint.
Yeah, our quest log is filling
Under.
up.
Okay.
We gotta start knocking some of these out.
Are we going to trust the Vistani? Is my thought. We risk it.
I mean, we can trust the Vistani to be the Vistani. So, I mean, they got us here. So I don't see why we.
Those that are forbidden to enter got us here.
Well, there's a lot of gray area here.
Those
Know
that
what I
brought
mean?
us here have clearly lost favor.
I
with-
think the ones living outside of a town are okay. You know what worries me is the 3 Vistani running the tavern inside of.
What, my girlfriends?
Yeah, your ladies, girls.
Why do
Yeah,
they
but they-
worry more?
they
They
seem
worry
more.
me more because the priest hinted at, or the father hinted at that some Vistani can't be trusted and others.
But if those that
Yeah.
live upon the land are those that cannot be trusted, we've heard the wolves that lurk in these forests.
Do you really think that those 3 ladies' lives, are not so much better than the people that just have to travel around? I mean, that just kind of makes me think, why would they abandon their people to go live?
Perhaps because they are the dissenters. They are the ones that oppose.
Yeah, that's
They're
what
the
I
ones-
says. I'm worried. I'm more worried about them than I'm more worried about Vistani acting not like Vistani than I am worried about Vistani acting like Vistani.
You can trust yourself not to trust them, I assume you mean. Whereas those 3 are unpredictable.
You can trust Vistani to be Vistani.
Understandable.
I'm not going to go there.
And
I'm gonna go.
And so far, let's face it, never had a bad time with a Vistani yet. So
Yeah,
Yes.
except for those 3.
and that was
They're just
okay.
bitches.
Eve was having an okay time with him. So
I think we're all in agreement, though, in that we shall try and obscure Irina's identity for as long as we can.
Sure.
From even though we study, from all we encounter. We have to move quick and quietly after all.
I still have lots of makeup.
yes,
Uh,
never.
Neverun?
Speaking, this is a private thing. Nero wants to try and use the thieves' tools that he has to try and open the letter without breaking the seal.
What letter?
A drow
letter-
doing drow shit. What?
The one...
The letter
delivered.
that what's his face, Randaran gave.
Bahadin.
Rahadin gave to me to give to.
Technically, you
Iron.
probably have a very thin blade that you could try and use to fry the seal.
Yeah.
Are you supposed to open this?
I mean, it's addressed
Yes.
to Irina, so technically not, but
Hold on, what? So
This-
why are you opening something that's not...
because you want to know what it said.
Yes.
Hey, we never said we were lawful.
Give me a sleight of hand roll.
Okay, sleight of hand. Because I'm using my tools, do I get advantage? Or do I get to add my proficiency?
Yes.
Yeah, with the tools you just get proficiency.
Oh, that fly is annoying because there's actually a fly somewhere in my house and it's making
I fucking hate the fly.
I want you to roll it in the dice tower though, Cameron, yeah?
Sure.
That's karma. Fucking with you, Cameron. Opening
Such a
this
fear
lady's
of
mail.
flies.
Hey,
You-
he's in Africa, man. Bot flies. are
You
a fucking
break
thing.
the seal.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shiitake mushrooms.
Well, I'm still gonna read the letter.
So he's like, fuck it, just opens it up in front of everybody.
Do you
Okay,
want
maybe-
to,
I'll claim
do you want to
the
read it
work.
out just for completion's sake, yeah?
Yes. You've given it to me, so it should be my equipment. Where the
Or
fuck
as they
is
say in James's land, inventory.
James's land. What, England?
It's just known as the letter now. It's just called letter.
England!
Thank you.
England.
That's how we say it.
England.
England.
Most
For
of
a
the
split
people-
second, I was like, why do I have a hairbrush? And then I remembered we got that in the tune. Okay.
Because you
So
guys
to-
steal every fucking thing that's not nailed down.
I steal everything.
I'm planning to sell it. I should have sold it to the fucking. Oh.
I'm not.
I don't
I
steal
hoard everything.
Okay. So I'll read it out loud. This letter, written in flowing script, reads, Dearest Irina, it is with the deepest grief that I learn of the death of your kind and noble father, and especially that it is affecting your young heart beyond all sensation. In this sad world of ours, sorrow eventually comes to all, and to the young it comes with the bitterest agony, because it so often takes them unaware. Your elders, no doubt, have learned to ever expect it. I am anxious to afford you some alleviation of your present distress. Perfect relief is not possible, except with time. You surely realize now that you will never smile again, is it not so? Is not this so? And yet it is a mistake. You are sure to be happy again. To know this, which is certainly true, will make you some less miserable now. I have had experience enough to know what I say, and you need only believe it to feel your heart warm once again. The memory of your dear father, instead of an agony, will yet be a sad, sweet feeling in your heart, of a purer and holier sort than you have ever known before. Please present my kind regards to your afflicted brother, your lord, master, and love, Strahd von Zarovich.
Oh no.
That is pretty much what I expected.
I was not reading. I was just reading this out loud for the benefit of the chat.
Oh, yeah.
And the people.
Okay, in that case, out of character comment. That's pretty much what I expected.
Yeah. I am not happy with this letter, and I quietly put it in my backpack.
If you have a candle or a match, just remelt the seal.
I'm gonna burn this letter. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Whatever happened?
I'm going to drop back and to walk beside Eve.
That's me. Hello.
You're not too hungover, are you?
No, I rolled. I'm fine.
Oh, keep drinking water then throughout the day. I do not wish to see you afflicted by such a headache.
I'm never affected.
Sure thing, Dad.
You're not exactly wrong in that regard. Always seem to bounce back with a hardy sword. You can.
Take it short. Sorry, carry on.
You're probably not wrong, but this is a situation that requires constant observation, in my opinion. So you relax and you chill. As odd as that is coming from my lips, you take the chill pill. This language you use is so confusing to me.
Us orphans, man.
Wow, OMG.
Even
OMG! Orphan fam!
But even as you relax, keep your eye out, please, Eve. I do
It's
not
okay.
wish. I do not
I
wish
grew
you to
up
be
on the
sentenced.
streets.
I do not wish for you to be sentenced to that cold nothingness that I was.
True.
Nor do I wish
Oh.
for plague to the necrotic curse.
I-
Yes, James.
I forgot something. Before you leave, Ishmark says, I better keep hold of Lancelot. The roads of Barovia are not a safe place for a dog.
Well, why aren't we going? Why aren't we delivering the dog?
We need the dog to like tell us there's something sneaking up on us. James doesn't want us to have a dog to tell us.
If we do
something's sneaking up
surrender
us.
the dog, if you do surrender the dog, then this whole conversation with Eve has been Abby's just slowly patting her on the back the whole time as well.
Well, you can come get it. It'll be safe here, and when you return, you can come see the dog. Yeah. You can't expect
Well,
poor
means we
fat.
can tell the little girl or whoever owns the dog. We can
I
tell them
own
where
the
the dog's
dog.
at. And so therefore, see, we're going to be... Okay, that's a good... I like that.
Yeah, tell Gertrude if she's alive that her dog is dead, so that you may favour
Oh,
the
I
dog.
can have the dog. That's fine. Do
That's just cruel and vicious, and I.
you remember when we left the fucking donkey? I'm just saying.
Oh, did we ditch the donkey?
Yeah, but
It's
No, the
dead.
dog-
Let's
eaten.
let's not.
Oh yeah, you missed that point. It was when you had to go. We came out the house of the donkey having been torn apart by wolves.
yeah, that was
And now we're
so
gonna
sad.
leave Sir Balxamon.
Yeah. Which
You
is
mean
why I don't have.
Bartholomew.
Which is why I don't have Benjamin hauling all our shit. It's
And
us
now you want to
carrying
leave
it.
the dog. I see
No,
how
no.
it is.
I was just
Bartholomew.
How it is.
yeah, no, I totally forgot about like that you had a donkey.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, doggy's dead.
I had the
So
mule.
my dog's gonna be dead.
That's why I have
No.
this. That's why I've been working on this sack of apples by myself because Benjamin's not here anymore.
I
What
can
is this?
eat him with Freckle. He loves
And
he loves
hey,
apples.
hey, look at it this way. Look at it this way. If you leave Bart Slot here, Bart following whatever, he stays in the house with Ishmark. That's where the vampires can't get to him and the wolves can't get to him. Whereas you bring him out in the wild, the wolves will get him.
Well,
True.
the wolves will get
And
us.
I'll deliberately kill him. I will deliberately kill him as well, and then you'll be. How do you like that?
Hey,
How do you like that?
If Bartholomew though stays and eats Garrett's sad
It's-
apples,
It's Lancelot.
maybe that might protect him in some way.
Yeah.
Probably not.
The apples come with me.
The sad apples,
Leave the dog
Apple?
so it stays alive.
the saddles.
Apple.
Right.
He was just in
Maybe I
tears.
could say
Very
that.
hungover.
So we're gonna end the session. So we're gonna end the session as you head off down the old Slavic road.
What, an hour?
Excuse me.
Do we? No, this is it. That's it. We're finished.
Yep.
Oh, we beat the
Yay!
game. We win. Yes.
Yeah, I knew that.
We beat the count. Leaving Lancelot there. Destroyed Strahd von...
Let's do some shout-outs. So, Jesse.
Ripples like
What?
butterfly wings.
Shout out. Where can people find you?
Requiem of Madman. It's everywhere.
I should just delete your fucking Instagram, right? Because you don't even use it.
No, I'll eventually use it. Just I gotta get past this hump. It's fine. But that's all. I'll be on Discord. That's where I'm at all the time.
Sam?
Yes, I can be found on Twitter as Eldritch Warlock and here on Twitch as Lone Cauldron and in the Discord as Cauldron. I'm hoping to do a stream tomorrow, well, evening British time, so regular start time for this, about 7 PM, of Blood Bowl. So yeah, if all things go
Blood
well...
Bowl? I like Blood Bowl.
Yeah, if all things go well and I can actually get the capture to work this time, I'll be streaming Bloodborne tomorrow evening.
Blood Bowl, yeah.
Not Blood Bowl.
Oh, I'm not interested in.
But you not know Bloodborne.
I understand.
Yes. Other than that,
Mo?
I'll just walk.
Me? Hello. I am the Sim herself, also Emily. Actually, do you know what? I uploaded a video yesterday. Go fucking check that out.
I watched it.
Cool as shit.
I
What was you
I
gonna
thought,
say?
I thought you was having a fucking seizure or something.
Whale of a fucking time. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. Go fucking watch it. I'm also on Instagram and shit if you want to go. See me. I don't know. It's alright. That's it.
Blaine?
Talk yourself up.
Yes!
We're British, we're
Yeah,
not very good at it.
myself. She's great!
Mr. Blaine?
Oh, I'm known as Rabu on Discord, and Patrick Unicorn on Instagram, and that's pretty much where you can find me.
Thank you. Nathan?
Godless Polecat. Anywhere online you care to find me. Yeah, that's it. You only live life once, but if you live it right, once is enough.
By the way, the seal is that image that you see on the background, by the way. That would be the seal that you would see. Anyway. Yeah, the seal in the wax. Cameron.
Hello, once again, my name is Cameron Harrison. You can find me on Twitter at CLHHarrison. You can also find me here again, Saturdays, playing Castle Strahd. You can find me in the Discord as Cameron Harrison. Once again, I am the note taker of this group, and it's a pleasure to have a full session where I am not being screwed over by my energy service provider.
Woo!
Yay!
As for me, check out social media. Join the Discord if you haven't done so already. Check out my Twitter, because that's where I tweet shit. Facebook, it's not that important unless you don't use Twitter. Then you look at Facebook. And then YouTube is where all the VODs are. I still need to... I got last week. I haven't put it live yet because I've been lazy. So I'll put it live probably after this. And that will be that. But don't forget to tune in next Saturday when we'll be back with Curse of Strahd. I don't know if they've got anything else happening this week. Tuesday we've got Taco Tuesday, so come along and hang out in that, where we hang out and chat about RPGs, and everyone's welcome to join in. It's not streamed, it's just a little hangout session, trying to keep people sane in these social distance times. But other than that, we're going to end it there. We will speak to you next time. Bye bye.